Watch out!
That was a close one.
Run away, out of time. Find a place where I can never hide. I let it run, change or even shine. Let it burn, I'll never be coming back. 'Cause I'm losing my mind. 'Cause I'm losing my mind.
The world around you swirls and blurs like painting on a canvas. As it does, a brilliant bright light abruptly sears through your vision, and you stagger forward in a frenzy, taken back by the sudden movements. Your own 2 feet betray you, causing you to stumble forward, and if it weren't for Ruth swiftly catching your wrist, you may have fallen face first on the floor. Ouch! In a fleeting moment, you find yourself unbalanced, ready to fall. Then, one moment after another, the world halts its chaotic spin, allowing you to regain your balance. In a blink of an eye, the world corrects itself, and you find yourself in an entirely new place. Whoa, what happened? Where are we? You inhale deeply once you're stable again, and glance around the room, taking in the view. This room, much like everything else you've seen in this new world, is once again unlike anything you've ever seen before. It bears a resemblance to the small shrine back at the cave, except this time it wasn't a shrine at all. It was an actual room. A room that was dimly lit by what you can make out as small crystals, and a room that was adorned by chiseled pillars and marbled walls. A faint fragrance of ancient dust lingers in the air, further enhancing the ambience that envelops this room. You take in the view and gawk at the brilliance of the details in the marble, lost in the endless sea of... Wait, is Ruth there with you? Once you have taken a moment to take in the sights of the room, you look up for your traveling companion. Ruth, the man not much older than you, stands not too far away. You weren't sure when it happened, but he had let go of your wrist. You can't see his face yet, but you could tell that he was just as taken aback as you are. Then he hears you call his name. He turns to face you, and you finally get to see his face. Hair as white as snow matches the paleness of his face, his expression a mix of confusion, terror, and rage. His eyes wide and wild, mirroring the stormy chaos within his mind, as if trying to unravel the series of unfortunate events that happened upon you and him. You gulp nervously, understanding what this expression meant. He's definitely noticed your new surroundings, and he doesn't look happy about it. Uh-oh. You really did it this time. What is this? Where are we? What have you done? Panic resonates in his voice as he paces around. You stare at him, completely bewildered by his reaction. You aren't sure why he was asking you these things, because honestly you had no idea yourself. Huh? I don't know. Don't look at me. I have no idea how we ended up here. He stops pacing and looks around the room and turns to face you with disbelief etched across his face. He seems to struggle with comprehending that you are only just telling the truth. One thing is for certain, however, you're both aware that the cave from before is old history. You don't know? You don't know. Great. Just great. One moment we're in the cave, then the next we're who knows God's where. How do you not know? You did this. You touched that cursed statue, whatever it was, and whisked us away here. You stand there completely baffled and unsure of how to respond, your own confusion mirroring his, but he doesn't seem to notice. You're shocked about how this man, who is usually really good at keeping his composure, is now in a complete panic. I can't be here. This isn't my mission. Here I thought you were really someone who was lost and innocent, but now you can teleport? Take me back. Now. You take a moment to process his words. The thought of being accused of possessing magical abilities feels as surreal as a fish attempting to ride a bicycle. You've only recently discovered the existence of magic in this bizarre new world. As far as you knew, you don't have any magic like Ruth. Or do you? That's when it hits you. It all comes flooding back. He was right. You were the one who placed the diamond into the statue. This was your hand in this bizarre chain of events. You moved the chess piece. Yet, even if this was true, you're certain this teleportation is not your doing. Anger bubbles up inside your chest. You weren't going to take this blame any further than it needs to be. I'm sorry. I swear. I genuinely don't know how we got here. I thought I was just returning the gem to the statue. Returning the gem to the statue? Didn't anyone ever tell you not to touch things you don't understand? I find it hard to believe you, and as far as I know, teleportation doesn't just happen like this. He begins pacing around back and forth. You frown in response. Okay, Ruth, you gotta calm down. If you don't, you'll cause me to panic as well. Listen, I really didn't know this was going to happen. Besides, why the heck do you want to go back? Shouldn't you be happy that I got us out of that cave? We were stuck there after all. I didn't expect to use teleportation as an escape. I need to go back because I was so close to catching that guy. Oh, so that's why. You couldn't help but feel a pang of guilt, even though you knew it wasn't your fault. You felt bad. So you attempted to ease his panic. I'm sorry, Ruth. I promise. I'll try and fix this. Despite your attempt to ease Ruth's unwelcomed predicament, Ruth remained stoic with his feelings about you. Fix this. You think this is something we can fix? No, you're not fixing anything for me. This is precisely why I don't like working with other people. Quite frankly, I have little confidence in your ability to be anything other than a hindrance, he says, snapping at you. His retort cutting through like a sharp blade as he shoots you a critical look. With a tired look on his face, Ruth casually leans up against a chiseled pillar, his focus fixed on the wall ahead. You frown at him, anger bubbling up inside your chest. Is that what you really think? It's what I know. Ouch. You get being upset, but he didn't have to be that rude. The marble room you stood in seemed to have held its breath with you as his hand met his forehead, trying to wipe away the tiredness on his face, and he sighed, the sound similar to a weary traveler after a long, arduous journey. It had been a long journey, so you couldn't blame him for being so aggravated and weary. The fact that his mission was apparently not over still also weighed in on this matter. You know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter anymore. We'll address this situation later. For now, let's just focus on getting out fast. I don't want to see you writhing in pain on the floor again, because I have no other way of healing you. And please, for the sake of my sanity, don't touch anything. Right. You remember vividly what happened before you left the cave. You fell off the ledge after stopping that dark magic thing that was trying to wake up a monster. Somehow, Ruth had stopped your pain, but you're not sure how long it would last for. You were still sore from the fall after all. For a moment, you still thought about pleading your innocence on this matter of teleportation. You were mad that there was no ounce of gratitude for your unexpected effort to find an escape from the cave. However, instead of fighting, you bite your tongue because you agree. He was right. You didn't want to be writhing in the pain on the floor again. You grumble in response and prepare to look for an escape. Fine. God. Where are we? Oh. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of feel wobbly from what just happened. It's kind of insane. Man. If only there was a way back. Let's look at the statue for a second. Hello? Oh, okay. As your anger subsides, you turn to find the statue and stare at the captivating figure of a woman before you. While your eyes linger, you can't help but feel calm. With the calm, a cascade of questions invade your thoughts. The identity of this woman remains a mystery. Who was she, and what bestowed her the honor of a statue in this place? Could she have been a divine being, a celestial presence, a hero of some sort? Fascination overwhelms you, and eventually you ponder whether the mysterious statue holds the key to you and Ruth's predicament. A flicker of hope crosses your mind, and you consider the possibility of utilizing the diamond once more to return back to the cave. You promised that you could make it up to him. Perhaps this was it. This was your chance. But when your gaze descends to the slot where the diamond had been meticulously placed by the tips of your fingers, your heart sinks as you discover its absence. The diamond was gone. Well, I guess teleporting back is no longer an option. Dang. I was just hoping to sell that diamond or something. That would have been a lot of money. It was a very fancy diamond, and now it's gone. Dang it. All I have are this sword and these rocks now. Why do I still have these? Oh well. Ruth is right. We should look for an escape. Yeah, there is a door over here. We're good. Let's go to the door. You're alive, uninjured, very far away from the chaos from before. That is true. That is true. But the fact is, I still feel pain here and there. Actually. Okay. The marble door looms tall and resolute before you. A formidable sentinel in your way of escape. As you draw near, your fingertips tingle with anticipation. They extend to graze the door's cool, polished surface, allowing you to sense the weight ingrained in the stone. While your fingertips trace the designs on the floor on the door, questions swirled around in your mind as you contemplated why a door of such magnitude would be necessary and what secrets would lie beyond it. Then you decide to test the door's resistance, attempting to push it open, but the door's weight pushes you back, leaving you momentarily defeated. Dang it, I hate being weak. This door won't budge. Why does this always happen to me? Oh, okay. Sorry, okay. Come on. You join Ruth at his side, and both of you reach for the door simultaneously, your palms connecting with its weathered surface. As you do, you couldn't help but wrestle with the gnawing insecurity about your physical strength. But you don't give up and try to match Ruth's. With all your might, you push the door open. Eventually, the door gives way with a slow creak. Yes! The door slowly opens, and you gaze into the next room, and notice that it is much bigger. Only this time, there is no statue, from what you can see. Instead, it features more lavishly adorned marble walls and streams on either side. Whoa, this place is huge. Both of you step further into the bigger room, admiring its beauty. Let's split up. If you value my sanity, once again, I beg you to not touch anything. Ruth pleads. Okay, I get it. I won't touch anything. Sheesh. Drink the water. What water? Oh, that water. Touch everything. Touch. I booped the wall. What are you gonna do about it, Ruth? Huh? He's not looking. He doesn't care. Drink water. Maybe drink it. I don't know. I mean, Ruth does have a point. What if it causes us to teleport again? I really don't want to deal with that. Yeah, we're not gonna touch that. I'm sorry. It looks refreshing to take on, but I don't know. Okay, wait. So there's water there. This place is huge, guys. It's huge. Yeah, I don't want to teleport again. That made me so dizzy. I'm still kind of dizzy. It's not fading well. There's a door right here. Does it open? No. Okay. That one? I'm gonna assume because of the big freaking lock on the door, it will not open. It will fade eventually. I hope so. Wait, what did I call you guys again? You guys stars, I think? Hello, stars. I think I remember calling you guys stars. Something space themed. Astronauts? Wait, can I call you guys astronauts? That would be cool. Wow. Oh, hey, there's Ruth. Hello. Astronauts. You like being stars? How about I call you both? Astronaut stars? I don't know. That'd be cool. Yeah, it has been a while. There's the statue. One giant leap for chat kind. What is... For when you sleep in one world, you awake in another. What? This is strange. Hold on. Oh! Okay. God, they scare me every time. Okay. You step up to the fancy marbled arch and spot some words etched on top. You decide to give them a quick read. For when you sleep in one world, you wake up in another. Huh. Why does this feel so familiar? You ponder the words for a moment. The words seem to hang in the air, making you shiver with the sudden realization. Of course it's familiar. It's because the same thing happened to you a few hours ago. You fell asleep in your world, and you woke up here, witnessing a village on fire, narrowly escaping the weird cloak guy with a knife, and now you're here. You briefly think back to the moments with the strange cloak man. You remember vividly how the knife he had thrown at you just barely hit your head. What if that knife actually hit you? Would it be over for you? Would you have woken up in your world, or would you have been toast? Is this even real? So much uncertainty, so many questions that keep on appearing. Your stomach ties up in knots, and your heart races. You stumble back from the eerie passage. Part of you thinks it's cool to be in another world, but another part of you worries that all the things you still want to do in your world will not happen. The thought of you just barely escaping death is too much. It's confusing because everything here feels real, including the thought of dying. Suddenly your back slams into a wall, and it sends a sharp pain in your spine. Blah, blah. I can speak, guys, I promise. Ow. The pain jolts through you, making you grab your side and hunch over. It reminds you that everything here feels painfully real. Is this world really trying to tell you something, saying it's not a dream? You shake off the thought and focus on the task at hand. You need to get out of here and find
Cryphosate just subscribed with
right?
Prime.
Thank you for the subscribe. 4 months, let's go. Yep. It's definitely time to go. Ow. Okay. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Whew. Okay, Ruth's still here. Hey, Ruth. Have you found anything? I haven't found anything yet. No, the only thing I can gather is that this place is some sort of temple. I've read about it, some of them, and been to a few. But I haven't seen anything like this one. A temple? Really? That's so cool. I've never been in a temple before. No, it's not. Temples like these don't come by easily. They usually have some deadly traps in them as well. If that's the case, I don't want to stick around any longer than we have to. We should leave. We should leave before we disrespect this place any further. Okay. Well, I mean, none of those doors work, so I hope the story is like the one. Oh, much like the last time, you and Ruth work together to push open the heavy door. Well, push the heavy door open. It gives way, opening with another slow creak. As it does, you look up and see a staircase going up. I hope this is a way out of here. I see light. Ah, actually, really bright light. Ow. Ow. Yay, freedom, but holy crap. That's such a difference. Can I just go back into the cave? It's too bright out here. Okay, there we go. This is at the sunlight, yeah. You make your way outside, and instantly you're blinded by the unfiltered brilliance of the sunlight that illuminated the outside world. Why does this keep happening? First light from the statue. Now this. Ow. Instinctively, your hand shoots up to shield your vision from the searing rays of the sun. Ah. Ruth, who seemed unbothered, tried to warn you. Watch out. The sun is bright, he quipped. After a moment, you blink rapidly, struggling to overcome the irritation. Sorry, I lost my place for a hot second. Struggling to overcome the irritation. But it was only aggravated by Ruth's remark. Your eyes adapted to the harsh illumination. You lower your hands, squinting at Ruth and shooting him a withering glare. Gee, thanks. I'm fine. I just need a minute. Once the irritation's gone, you have a moment to appreciate the breathtaking view that lay before you. The horizon ahead was stretched by endless grassy plains. The plains littered with a few trees. Rolling hills are canvas of vibrant green, adorned with colorful splendor of wildflowers. The scene stood in stark contrast to the dark, oppressive temple that lay hidden underneath. It was beautiful, but to your dismay, there was no city. Your breath hitched in your throat as you breathed in awe. Whoa, this place is so pretty, but also empty. A sigh follows your obvious observation. Great, Ruth starts. He bends down to inspect a nearby flower. Well, that confirms my suspicion. We're definitely not in Olden anymore, he says. You furrow your eyes a bit, confused. I don't understand. How do you know this? He stands back up and turns toward you. The foliage here is way different from Olden. These type of flowers are simply not of the Olden region, he explains. That's very specific. What are you, some sort of scientist that studies plants or something? You mean a botanist? No. I just observe things like this frequently to keep track of where I am when I travel. This isn't Olden, and I'm certain of it. This just further complicates things. At least it's not night, he points out. You give Ruth a quizzical look. As you do, Ruth retrieves a weathered brass compass from his pocket, its aged surface bearing the scars of countless journeys that he perhaps went through. The glass cover over the delicate needle shows signs of wear, and the once shiny casing has dulled over time. You can't help but be drawn to the small, intriguing device in his hands. Upon further inspection, you notice the cracks on the glass. Fantastic. This thing is toast. He mutters in frustration. Just adding to my streak of bad luck today, I suppose. With that note, you begin to feel anxious. Hey, cheer up. Do you have a map? Perhaps we could just follow that. Why would I need a map when I have my compass? He questions you. This is a special compass. I crafted this myself. If it worked, we could have found our way back to society faster. Oh, is it a magical compass? Ruth replies, no, it just shows me the way back home. Oh. You look down. Then your mind wanders to another worry. We are not going to be stranded out here because of this. Are we? We have no choice but to walk on our own at this point. Deal's done here. You go that way. I'm going on my own. Then, with that, Ruth begins to walk away, leaving you baffled. What? Frustration begins to simmer within you, testing your patience like a persistent mosquito on a hot summer night. Could this really be it? Could your journey with him just end like this? Not a word of thanks for escaping the cave you accidentally triggered? You stood there, torn between your frustration and your desire to continue your journey with some sort of guidance. You realized that the decision you were about to make was crucial. Taking a deep breath, you try to gather your thoughts and evaluate your options. You thought about doing as he suggested and going on your own. Ruth's attitude was clearly abrasive, and he hadn't showed any gratitude for your help so far. Though he was a not-so-great person, following Ruth might still be the safest choice, despite his dismissive attitude. He seemed to know a thing or two about this place. His knowledge could be valuable in navigating this unknown terrain. Perhaps you could find your way back to civilization, or encounter someone a little bit more helpful along the path. But what would have happened if you didn't? Being alone in this unfamiliar place was not a comforting thought, but it offered a chance for independence and self-discovery. After some contemplation, you hurried to catch up with him, hoping that his demeanor might change. Once he realized you were genuinely trying to help, your voice breaks the silence. Hey, that's not fair, you know. I don't know where I am, and I most certainly do not know where to go. I'm not from this world, so I don't think I'll be able to survive on my own. Besides, aren't we better off figuring out where we are together? Teaming up might make this ordeal a little less daunting, don't you think? Not from this world. What are you, some sort of amnesiac? There is no other world. Ruth questions you with a scoff. Ruth continues to walk ahead, not breaking his stride. He glanced back at you with a skeptical and unimpressed look, clearly not agreeing with your suggestion. No thanks. Once again, I can't trust a word you say. I'd rather travel alone, he declares. I'm not babysitting someone who got themselves into this mess, he grumbled. But we both got ourselves into this mess. He lets out an exasperated sigh. Look, if it'll get you to be quiet, you can follow me if you please. But don't expect me to hold your hand. And no talking if you come along. I prefer to travel quietly. With that final notion, he resumed to his solitary march, leaving you with no alternative but to fall in step behind him. Alright, I won't talk then. God, guys, I can't believe this guy. Two of you are tramping through the woods, the empty plains, through the empty plains. Though the sounds of nature were evident and could be heard, the silence was deafening. As you walk, your mind begins buzzing around with endless questions. Who was this guy? What's his deal with this mission? And why does he not like working with others? Then, much to your surprise, words started tumbling out of your mouth with no formalities in sight. So, you're a magic guy, right? Like a mage or something? And you go on missions? Chat stars, I don't think stabbing him would be a great idea. that's not, no. Can you do fire tricks? Shoot light beams from your hands? Do you have a wand stashed somewhere? Where did he go? Hold on. Okay, I see him. How exactly did you heal me? Are you seriously not going to answer me? I thought I made it clear that there should be no talking. I typically avoid engaging in conversations with individuals like you, who chat incessantly about trivial matters. Did anyone ever tell you that you talk too much? Sheesh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get to know you a bit better. It's not every day I find myself in this situation, you know. Besides, I don't like silence. I think it's deafening. Seriously? Not a single ounce of gratitude. Is it really that hard to say, gee, thanks, Nova. Thank you for stopping that tainted dark monster thing from taking over an entire village. I really owe you one. You really aren't going to stay quiet, are you? Nope. Nada. What? Fine. I'll let you ask a few questions. But afterwards, I would prefer silence. Besides, the less you know about me, the better. Okay. Well, chat, do you have any questions? Or stars, perhaps? Any questions? If not, I'm gonna go. I have a few questions. This mission that you keep mentioning, what is it? I thought we solved it when we killed the taint monster. That information is classified for me only. Classified? It's complicated. I prefer if we don't talk about it. How did you heal me back at the cave? I healed you with a ruby. My magic alone isn't enough, so I used a costly gem to amplify it. That was my last one. We'd be in trouble without it. So, crystal magic. You used crystal magic? Yes, to a certain extent. So you said this place wasn't Olden. Where do you think we could be? Arowin. What's Arowin? A kingdom? Does it have a castle? Do you think I still caused the teleport thing? Really? Yes. Are you done with your questions now? They're kind of getting old. Almost. I'm sorry. I just have one more. What's the name of this world we're in called? Huh? Wait a second. Oh! REM. Suddenly, a hunting symphony resonates through the wilderness. It begins as a low, mournful note, a distant lament carried on by the wind, shaking through your core. It's a sound that seems to emerge from the very depths of a wolf's soul, a primal expression of its existence. Ooh, excuse me. As the howl rings out, not long after, another noise pierces through the air, one that you couldn't quite make out. It tears through the once peaceful backdrop, causing birds to scatter in a flurry of wings, and small animals to scuttle over for cover. The serene scene instantly transforms into a tense and easy tableau. You jump in surprise, your heart pacing as you turn your attention away from Ruth and toward your surroundings. Ruth does the same. What was that? You freeze, your senses on high alert, straining to catch any sound. Another piercing cry reaches your ears, unmistakably a desperate plea for assistance. Wait a minute. That's someone in trouble. We need to help them. You're about to run off when suddenly you feel a hand grab your wrist to stop you. Stop. Are you an idiot? That was a wolf we heard, and that person is as good as a corpse. And you too would be too if you charged into that fight, Ruth exclaims. You know why a wolf howls, right? It's to signal a pack. There isn't just one wolf, there's multiple. I don't care. Someone out there needs my help. Needs help. What if the wolves attack them? We should lend a hand. Why the sudden interest, huh? Unlike you, I help people. So I'm going to help them. With your sudden outburst, you wrench your wrist free from his grasp. Then make a mad dash toward where you hear the sound coming from. You couldn't care less if he followed. It felt like he cared anyways. Another cry for help. Run.
Help me! Nice one.
Hey, you stupid mutts! Take this! Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Hey! Oh god, the rocks are failing me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Ow! 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 Ouch! Okay, back off. Hey, I just wanted you to leave her alone! Oh no! Oh no! Ow. 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 Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. These wolves really know how to fight. Holy crap. Oh no. Okay. Hey, back off. Back off. Come on. Please. I just wanted you to leave her alone. Please. Is that... I don't even know if I'm working this sword right. This is all so scary. Wolf. Please. Okay. Oh, it really sucks that I can't hear a single thing right now. It's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna worry about it. Oh god. Come on. Okay. This really sucks. I thought I would be good at this. You know, I really thought I would be good at this, but this isn't working. Oh. This is embarrassing if I can't shoot down the wolves. Come on. Come on. Oh god. Ah! Jeez, these guys are very serious about their terrain. Wolves like territories, right? Oh god. Come on. Get away from me! Oh god, I really wish someone was here to help. Okay, ow, my arm. Ow. 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 That really hurt. He bit my arm. He bit my arm. Ow, 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 ow. That hurt. As the wolves vanished into the distance, the remnants of the adrenaline coursed through your veins and gradually subsided. Despite the lingering anxiety, your eyes widen with relief as you see Ruth in front of you. He stood there, remarkably composed, even after his valiant battle with the ferocious pack of wolves. The once menacing wolf pack has disintegrated into disarray, their savage spirits quelled by Ruth's intervention. Gratitude for his timely help welled up within you, though a smoldering ember of annoyance also simmered, replacing it and said, I'm sorry for the ad, guys. Oh, so now you decide to lend a hand. Ruth turned to face you, his gaze briefly drifting down to your hand, which cradled your wounded arm. You couldn't help but just stand by and let your... oh my god, I'm not reading that right. I couldn't just stand by and let you risk your life on my behalf, could I? He noticed your injured arm. He noticed your injured arm and asked with concern, "Are you alright?" He looked away, a tinge of embarrassment coloring your cheeks. "I'm fine. It's just a scratch." That looks more than just a scratch. Spontaneously, an angelic voice erupts behind Ruth and you look past him to see where it came from. "Oh, my Unity! I can't believe it! You saved me!" You and Ruth turned in surprise. Before you stood a girl from the girl from earlier. She appeared to be of your age. Her hair, a cascade of light green, intertwined with a delicate streaks of blonde. Her cerulean eyes radiated sincerity. From what you could tell, she wasn't hurt, thank goodness. But you weren't too certain if that was the case. She bolted towards you, her hands outstretched to clasp yours in earnest embrace of gratitude. "Thank you, thank you, thank you," she exclaimed, her words pouring out rapidly. "I can't find the words to convey how deeply grateful I am for your rescue. I was alone before you came. I thought my time was up," she emphasized, her trembling hands rapidly shaking yours. The moment she grasped your wounded arm, you winced in pain. "Ouch! Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were hurt. Here, let me help you," the girl admits. She tries to gently place your hand in hers, but you pull it away. No, it's okay. You don't have to do that. It was just from that stupid wolf. I'll be fine, I promise." Despite the truth being more complicated than that, you chose not to burden her any further. Because of the pain from your arm, Bruce stepped in, insisting you rest it. "You don't need to worry, miss. It was only right for me to assist," he said, interjecting with genuine concern. Your annoyance flared up as he seemed to take credit for your own actions. "You mean it was right for me to assist? You didn't want to do anything. I had it under control, you know," you argued, frustration seeping into your words. Ruth frowns at your stubbornness. "Is that so? Coming from the girl who narrowly dodged death, not once, but now twice. You really are reckless, you know," he points out. Your gaze bored into him like a searing flame. Surprised by Ruth's abrupt interjection, the girl's face before you quickly transitioned to a frown. She bows, causing you and Ruth to take a step back. "I sense some tension. Please, let's not fight." You are both entranced by her graceful poise. Initially, you were eager to correct Ruth further, but her words make you pause. Swallowing your pride once more, you turn to face him. You reluctantly apologize. "You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to help us." "It's fine," Ruth notes. "Just as long as you and... Pardon me. What was your name, miss?" Ruth asks. The girl's eyes widen, and the conversation shifts to a more formal greeting. "Oh, of course. How rude of me. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Feliz. And you two are?" She extends her hand in greeting, her eyes harboring curiosity. For a moment, you didn't know how to respond. But putting aside your differences, you and Ruth decided to introduce yourselves. Ruth, not though not overly enthusiastic about the situation of adding another person into your business, nodded in an acknowledgement. "Ruth," he said, offering a curt greeting. Then you introduced yourself. "It's nice to meet you, Feliz. I'm Nova. You aren't hurt, are you?" Feliz smiles. I'm perfectly alright now that you're here. I didn't expect to encounter anyone in this remote place. I was beginning to fear the worst," Feliz says, chiming in with his bright smile. "If you don't mind us asking, what on earth are you doing out here? From my understanding, there isn't a single village for miles," Ruth inquired, a tone that carried a heavy dose of skepticism. Feliz replies with a nervous chuckle. "Well, you see, I was trying to gather herbs for my boss. I didn't realize I had stumbled upon their territory while doing so. Thus, the attack happened. Though I must ask you two the same. What brings you two out here?" You and Ruth look at each other. Ruth frowns and shakes his head at you, warning you not to say what he thinks you're about to do. You frown, but then turn to Feliz to not pester Ruth any further. It's a long story, honestly. Perhaps for another time." Aw, that's a shame, because I would have loved to hear it. Still, I'm thankful for the both of you. Is there any way that I could repay you both? Any way at all? Feliz asks. You and Ruth stand there for a second. You eye Ruth, telling him silently to ask her the important question that you both really need right now. But to your dismay, he doesn't. Don't fret about it. We have somewhere else to be. Just watch where you're going next time, he continues. Come on, let's go, Nova. We need to get you help, he notes. Then he walks away, expecting you to follow. But you didn't follow, and instead you glare at the back of his head as he walks away. How could he be so impolite? She was just being kind. He's dumb for not asking the question that you and him both need right now. You were tired of putting up with his rudeness now. It was time to instead. Wait! Actually, Feliz, don't mind him. There is something you can help us with. The girl looks over at you. The sadness instantly leaves her eyes as she stares wide-eyed at you, eager to help you out with whatever you need. Really? What can I help you with? I could try my best to repay you with anything you want. It's the least that I could do, she says. In the corner of your eye, Ruth had stopped walking away and turned to face the two of you. You smile, letting out a smirk as sharp pain hits your arm, but you chose to ignore it for Feliz's sake. You didn't want to overworry the girl you just met. Yeah, that's right. Turn back around. You proceeded to ask her the important question that both you and Ruth needed. I was wondering if you knew of any city nearby, perhaps a kingdom? We've been on the road for a while now, and it would be great to rest somewhere for once. Feliz smiles. Of course. Actually, believe it or not, you're almost at it. The nearest city is the kingdom of Arowin. Overhearing your conversation, Ruth walks up to the both of you. Your eyes light up when you hear the word kingdom. Wait, really? If it's not too much trouble, can you take us there? Okay, we're fine. Yes, I can. Though, I must say, what happened back at the Wolves was unfortunate. My boss expected me to bring back some herbs because they were running low on stock. They're scattered everywhere now. We can help you collect them. You're not sure why, but you hear Ruth let out a short, exasperated sigh. Feliz smiles brightly. Really? Thank you so much. This means a lot. I will gather some too. Now, where were all those herbs? Feliz then walks away, searching for some of them nearby. Ruth grabs her shoulder, thankfully the one that didn't have the injury. Nova, may I remind you that you're injured? We should get to the nearest city fast. You try to reason with him. The quickest route is with Feliz's assistance. Let her help us. My arm can wait. She needs those herbs, so let's help her. Herbs. Okay. Wow, they really flew away here. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I think that's all of them. 11. Okay. Okay. Feliz? I think I got them for you. Here you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. Are we there yet? Please tell me we're there yet. Oh, this looks promising. The day rolled on, and so did your travels. It was calm and quiet during the walk. Once again, a bit too quiet for your liking. However, instead of getting to know Feliz more like you did with Ruth, you internally battle with something else. A sharp pain pierces through your side. You wince and grimace. A grimace etching across your features. You try your best to not let anyone notice. Eventually, the three of you stumbled upon a path. Here we are. This will lead us to the gates. Finally. I hope this path isn't too long. I'm really starting to feel it. Ow. God, that wolf got me really bad. Ouch. Hopefully it's not too long. Chat, this is so exciting. I've never been to a kingdom before. So, Feliz, what did you say the herbs were for again? I used them for medicine and healing. Oh. Nice. That's so cool. So are you like a doctor or something? You could say that. Nice. It's quite exciting to see a fallen angel. Huh? Fallen angel? I've never met one before. Well, I don't know if I'm a fallen angel, to be honest. I just think I'm an angel. I don't know what that means. Okay, can we keep walking? I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't. Okay. What did she mean by that? Fallen angel. Ugh. Man, I really wish my sounds were working. I'm so sorry, chat. When my headphones die, it kind of just stops working. I know I have wings, but I don't know what she meant by that. Whoa. What the? Oh, I'm so sorry for the lag spikes, chat. Wow, there's a pond! Oh man, I'm actually really thirsty right now. In character, I'm thirsty. Hello? There's guards. The gates of Arowin loomed large and foreboding as you, Ruth, and Feliz approached them. Well, thank you for the hydrate. I'm drinking the pond water. Ew. Actually, ill. Never mind. The guards stationed at the entrance bristled with Skepticism. Okay. The guards stationed at the entrance bristled with skepticism, eyeing you both as if you were uninvited guests at an exclusive party. They were stone-faced sentinels, their authority evident in the sharpness of their gaze. As you stood there and stared at them, you couldn't help but gulp nervously. A nauseating dizziness seized you, and the very ground beneath your feet seemed to shift. One of the guards, a burly figure with a stern countenance, stepped forward and cleared his throat. "State your business and show your IDs, please," he demanded, his voice as rigid as his posture. Ruth, the ever so composed one, handed the guard his ID in silence. Feliz followed suit. The world around you began to sway like a ship caught in a tempest. "And what brings you to Arowin? Your resident ID, miss?" he inquired, his question hanging in the air unanswered. His words linger. You begin to panic. Resident ID? I had no idea you needed that. You had no idea you needed that. Well, you see, actually, I don't... Nova? Is everything okay? You struggled to articulate your words correctly. Then, before you can explain your case, without warning, the void swallowed your vision, leaving you in a state of darkness.
Nova? Is everything okay?
I don't feel so good.
Nova!
And just like that, I was awake again.